often overt and covert narcissistic individuals have such a thin layer of self-protection, meaning they can't handle any criticism. Any criticism is catastrophized. It's horrible. You hurt me. You this to me. Like we're going like, whoa. Narcissistic and emotionally abusive people think differently than we do. And let's understand some of the common thinking errors, and there are many, that drive a narcissistic individual, an emotionally immature individual. So let's talk about the different thinking errors. I want to talk about the numerous different distorted ways that they view reality, and that's going to help you understand them and know what to do in response to it all. I'm Dr. David Hawkins, director of the Marriage Recovery Center and the Emotional Abuse Institute, where we study, talk about, treat all things pertaining to narcissistic and emotional abuse. So again, let's understand some of the thinking errors. And when you start looking for them, by the way, and start like, wow, that is a twisted way of thinking about things, all to serve self-protection, blame someone else, not take responsibility. All right, here we go. Number one, all or nothing thinking, black and white thinking. That's a very immature way of seeing the world. And they tend to see themselves as perfect. There we have that self-protection again, and see others as being the problem. And so this all or nothing, black and white thinking leads to protecting themselves and seeing others as the problem. Number two, entitlement thinking. Oh my goodness, you peel off the layers of a narcissistic individual and you find out that they believe they deserve special treatment. They're just a cut above. I do treatment, and so I explore attitudes, and I often find when I uncover layers like, you have an attitude of superiority. You think you're just a bit smarter. You're just a little bit more conniving. You're able to figure it out quicker. Maybe you're a bit prosecutorial, maybe a bit demanding. And you can hear, folks, how this causes so many problems. Number three, we've already said this, but externalization of blame. I didn't do it. I didn't say it. I didn't make the mistake. Oh, maybe I made a slight mistake, but I didn't intend to. And you're really overreacting to it. You're the problem. I'm not the problem. Number four, a tendency towards grandiose fantasies. Really narcissistic people that are way on the extreme tend to have fantasies of success and power. And again, you can hear how all these feed into each other. Attitude of superiority, externalization of blame, and now you add in some grandiose fantasies. They're just a little bit better than others. Number five, a minimization of others. Oh my goodness, in these relationships, it is not unusual at all when I'm working with a narcissistic individual or working with them as a couple. It's a him, it could be a her, but often he will minimize her. He will be neglectful of her. He will be dismissive. That's a hallmark, by the way. Dismissiveness. Oh, come on. You're overreacting. Oh, come on. That didn't really happen. Number six, emotional reasoning. Emotional reasoning. What is emotional reasoning? Emotional reasoning is if I feel neglected, I was neglected. If I feel hurt, you did something wrong to me. If I feel badly, if I'm upset, you did something to me. You're to blame. You did it. I feel it. You did it. Okay. What do all of these say to us? They say that this, by the way, folks, is what makes treatment Very difficult because all of these thinking errors have to be addressed because an individual has to grow up. I've talked at length about how narcissism is largely, not exclusively, but largely emotional immaturity. Children think in black and white ways. Children blame others. Children have grandiose fantasies. Children externalize blame. Growing up and facing and confronting these thinking errors has got to happen. All right, number 7, projection. When you start to listen closely to a narcissistic individual, you're going to hear them actually attributing to you traits that they have. This is a very primitive thinking error, a primitive trait. I can't handle owning this stuff, so I'm going to put it on you. You did it. You're responsible. You've got the trait. You've got the problem. Number 8, this one is maybe my favorite. Not my personal favorite, but it's the one I see so very often. And that is catastrophizing criticism. What does that mean? Catastrophizing criticism. It means often overt and covert narcissistic individuals have such a thin layer of self-protection, meaning they can't handle any criticism. Any criticism is catastrophized. It's horrible. You hurt me. You this to me. Like we're going like, whoa, that shouldn't be that big of a deal. But it is to them. It is to them. They are easily wounded and deeply wounded. Number 9, selective memory. What does that mean? Selective memory. I don't remember that. I don't remember that. Really? Did I do that? I don't remember that. And this playing dumb, but it's not just playing dumb. I mean, sometimes they really do have a selective memory. They have blocked out the different ways that they've caused pain, and they don't want to think about it. Number 10, an assumption of malice. An assumption of malice. What does that mean? That they assume that you are acting in ways trying to hurt them. Now you're trying to. You are trying to hurt me. Number 11, overgeneralization, taking a situation and expanding it across the board. You always do that. You never do that. You're always thising. You're never thating. Taking a situation and expanding it and overgeneralizing it. Finding number 12, a devaluation of vulnerability. What does that mean? That means an inability to tolerate weakness, an inability to accept failure, an inability to accept vulnerability. They can't do it. They just can't do it. They've got to be in control. They've got to be managing the situation. So you will rarely hear them talk about, hey, can I talk to you about feeling hurt? Can I just talk to you about that? I want to talk about my feeling hurt, feeling afraid, feeling vulnerable, feeling sad, feeling anxious. You're not going to hear that. Oh, for many reasons, but there's a devaluation of vulnerability. All right, to recap, we talked about all or nothing thinking, black and white thinking, externalization of blame, grandiose fantasies of grandiosity, an attitude of superiority, externalizing blame, emotional reasoning, a tendency to projection, a tendency to catastrophize criticism, a tendency to assume malice, a tendency towards overgeneralization, a tendency to devalue vulnerability. All of this, by the way, folks, to recap, this is cognitive and emotional scaffolding that supports their narcissistic defenses. And all of it, folks, all of it requires in-depth treatment to change. It's not easy, it's not fun work to do, but it's work that has to be done because all of this cognitive and emotional scaffolding to support the way they view the world has got to be challenged. And then, having been challenged, there has to be some awakening, some like, wow, I do this. I struggle with being vulnerable. I struggle with blaming. I struggle with black and white thinking. I have a tendency to externalize blame. All of this has to be addressed. And we address it in our comprehensive men's treatment program. We now have a women's core group process as well. And this is the way to bring about real change. Okay, I hope this has been helpful. Click on the link to subscribe to future videos. Tell me what you think about all of this, how narcissists think, and give me some feedback, give us feedback. And if we can be helpful to you, contact our client care team. They will help you find and determine the next best path forward for you. All right, I'm with you. We're with you. Take care. And as always, God bless.